Nobody expected this, especially not from the New York Liberty. Just months ago, Caitlin Clark was seen as the outsider, the flashy rookie disrupting the WNBA's old guard. But now, two of the Liberty's biggest names, Sabrina Ionescu and Natasha Cloudjust, broke the silence and praised Clark like never before. Their comments weren't just respectful, they were powerful, direct, and kind of shocking. This wasn't a friendly post-game handshake, this was a public shift in tone that might have just changed everything. And when fans heard what they said, it didn't just spark headlines, it sparked rumors. It started with a whisper and, like most things involving Caitlin Clark, it turned into a roar. After Indiana's early season struggles and growing friction inside the Fever locker room, fans online began asking a bold question. What if Caitlin ended up on a team like the New York Liberty? At first, it seemed like just wild speculation. But then Liberty fans started pointing out how perfectly she'd fit into their system fast-paced offense, deep three-point threats.
They made it clear that they want Caitlin Clark, or they're eventually going to want Caitlin Clark. Along those lines, they made it very, very clear. And that team is the New York Liberty. And today, we have just seen the New York Liberty players, after the game, meeting up with Caitlin Clark. It is Stewie, it is Sabrina Ionescu, there is Sandy Brondolo. And by the way, Stewie is not leaving New York the rest of her career. That is one thing that I will be 99% sure of. That Stewie is not leaving.
Strong screens and shooters who actually pass the ball. Add in a few Clark in Liberty jersey, TikTok edits. And suddenly, the rumor had legs. It wasn't just about performance anymore. It was about legacy and where Clark might thrive if Indiana couldn't get it together. If anyone was expected to keep quiet or throw subtle shade at, was Sabrina Ionescu. The former college rival, now Liberty star guard, had history with Clark. Their matchups were tense, their styles compared endlessly, and the media loved framing them as competitors. But in a recent interview, Sabrina didn't take the bait. She doubled down on admiration. Caitlin's court vision is insane, she said. Her poise at that age, I respect the hell out of her. That one sentence flipped everything. Fans who remembered their NCAA battles were stunned. Sabrina didn't just show sportsmanship, she opened the door. Then came the line that sent Liberty fans into a frenzy. If she ever wore Liberty colors, I wouldn't complain.
Just trying to be that kind of soundboard for her and that voice, having gone through something kind of similar and, knowing obviously it's really unfortunate that we don't have her, but, she means a lot more to the game than just showing up and playing. And I think you're able to see that with just the excitement in Indy right now, regardless of if she's playing or not.
Plain. The crowd went wild. Was that just a compliment or a teaser? And just when the noise was settling, Natasha Cloud turned up the volume. Known for never holding back, Cloud jumped into the conversation with unfiltered praise. She's handling pressure like no rookie I've seen, she said in a post-game presser. Y'all don't have to like her, but you will respect her. It wasn't sugar-coated. It was a shot fired at Clark's critics and maybe even the league itself. For a veteran like Cloud to stand up and defend the most polarizing rookie in years, that hit different. And it wasn't just about basketball, it was about acknowledging that Clark's impact runs deeper than points and assists. It's about culture, presence, and what she's bringing to the WNBA that nobody else is. For Caitlin, this praise isn't just flattering, it's transformative. She entered the league with sky-high expectations and a target on her back. Every play, every foul, every tweet was scrutinized, like she was already a 10-year veteran. And while many players kept their distance or even made subtle jabs, these statements from Sabrina and Natasha changed the narrative overnight. Suddenly, Caitlin wasn't the media darling or rookie with an ego. Annie Moresh was getting real recognition from women who've been in the trenches of the WNBA for years. That respect matters. It means she's not just surviving the pressures, reshaping it. Whether the Liberty rumors have...
There is a 50-50 chance Caitlin Clark leaves Indiana after her rookie season. No, after her rookie contract is up. Because I have a feeling that with all the restricted free agency and everything, I think they're going to try to get rid of all coring out of the CBA. I don't think coring is going to be a thing. I don't think coring is going to be a thing in the CBA. And obviously, look, you're going to have to core players, and they're going to have to core Aaliyah a year earlier than Caitlin. And if they're scared Aaliyah's going to leave, and if they're like, oh, we want to core and trade Caitlin, then Aaliyah leaves for nothing and Caitlin leaves for nothing. So it's a bit
of any substance or not, this shift in tone puts Clark on a new level. She's now being discussed as a peer, not just a prospect. And when Sabrina Ionescu, a face of the league, says she'd welcome Clark to her squad, that doesn't happen by accident. And there's something else. This kind of public respect doesn't come unless players feel you've earned it. Not just with stats, but with toughness, maturity, and the kind of leadership that can't be coached. Caitlin has taken hits on and off the court. She's dealt with aggressive defenses, ignored fouls, media drama, and viral controversies. But through it all, she's kept showing up and delivering. That consistency hasn't gone unnoticed, and now the league's biggest stars are letting everyone know it. What makes this whole situation even more fascinating? Clark's silence. No tweet, no post, no press conference quote. She could have leaned into the headlines. She could have added fuel to the Liberty rumors. Instead, she stayed locked in and let her game speak for her. Days after Sabrina and Cloud's comments went viral, Caitlin dropped 27 points and 10 assists against, you guessed it, the New York Liberty. It was surgical, smooth, confident, as if to say, I don't need to respond with words, I'll show you who I am on the court. That kind of calm under pressure, that's rare. And it's a huge part of why she's being taken seriously by the vets now. But even in her silence, Caitlin is shaping the conversation. Fans online are obsessed with decoding her actions. She's been spotted chatting more with Liberty players post-game. There's even a clip of her hugging Sabrina at half-court with a big smile. No context, no mics, just vibes. And of course, social media ran with it. One fan wrote, Clark knows exactly what she's doing. She's building bridges for her future. Whether that's true or not, her decision to stay out of the media firestorm while everyone else talks. That's calculated and smart. Once the Sabrina and Cloud comments hit Twitter, the sports media machine kicked into overdrive. ESPN ran back-to-back coverage of Clark's rising respect in the league. Barstool Sports posted a meme showing Caitlin in a Liberty jersey, while fans on Reddit started mapping out potential trade scenarios. TikTok blew up with mashups with inspirational music, others just raw game footage overlaid with captions like, "The future is now." In one viral clip, a Liberty fan literally photoshopped Clark into the team's 2025 Media Day photo and tagged the WNBA. It got over 2 million views in 48 hours. Even sports journalists who were once skeptical about Caitlin's adjustment to the pros are now shifting their tone. Headlines have gone from, "Can Caitlin keep up?" to, "Is Clark the future face of the WNBA?" The coverage is changing because the respect is changing. And that respect is coming from inside the locker rooms, not just from fans. The combination of elite performance, professionalism, and quiet resilience has made Clark one of the most compelling athletes in the game right now. And the more praise she gets from veterans, the more undeniable her presence becomes. Here's the real question. Is all this sudden praise just players being supportive, or is there something strategic going on behind the scenes? The WNBA has faced intense scrutiny this season over how Caitlin has been treated on the court. From aggressive fouls to questionable officiating, the league has come under fire for not protecting one of its biggest draws. But now, with top players stepping forward to show her love, the narrative feels like it's shifting. Some say this is genuine unity. Others think it's part of a larger play to smooth over public perception. The Liberty, after all, are no strangers to power moves. They've built one of the most stacked rosters in the league. Adding someone like Caitlin Clark even hypothetically would be a dream scenario. And what better way to lay the groundwork than with a few well-placed compliments? Sabrina and Natasha's words might be heartfelt, but they're also smart. By publicly aligning with Clark, they not only show leadership, they position themselves as allies, not rivals. And for the league itself, this wave of positivity couldn't come at a better time. It cools the controversy. It reminds fans that women's basketball is full of class and camaraderie. But make no mistake, this is chess, not checkers. Whether it's about branding, team culture, or long-term moves, what's happening now is setting the tone for what comes next.